Hello everyone and welcome to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth and I am here with a quick March Mystery Madness reading and writing update. Okay, so very quickly, I've only written a few sentences like these down here in the month of March for Murder Diary, which is what I'm tentatively calling my work in progress. I have written multiple poems for my master's writing workshop on poetry, but they don't count for this, unfortunately. However, this is not technically a murder mystery that I'm writing. As I get into it, I have written chapter 1. I wrote that technically before March began because I don't outline. It screws me up when I outline. So I'm just writing it as it comes along. I'm hoping to write more this weekend, by the way. This is Saturday the 5th. So I'm hoping to get some time to write maybe tonight after the kids go to bed. However, it's not a murder mystery. There are mysteries throughout it, but we know from page 1 who the murderer is, and I'm very excited about it. Moving on to what I've read. So as of right now, this is Saturday afternoon, like I said, I have read 3 books. The first one being Sherlock Holmes and the Scandal in Bohemia, which I read with my senior class. 2 more things to add to the discussion I've already given you on that. Number 1, they realized that there is a class system set up around like who had what carriages, very similar to the types of cars and trucks we drive and how that affects how people see us. And they were completely taken aback by that. And we also tried to watch the BBC adaptation of the story, and we had to turn it off halfway through because they did not like the fact that it was completely different from the story we'd read, and they had struggled with the language of Sherlock Holmes, which I find funny because they didn't struggle very much with Arthurian legends, but it is what it is. So we ended up turning it off because they were just super upset that a lot of things have been added and changed. Now, I also read Enola Holmes and the Mystery of the Missing Marquess, which is the first in the Enola Holmes series. It was a reread for me, and I read through it very quickly. But that was the second book in our read-along, and it's what I paired for the 2x2 theme with Sherlock Holmes. If you have any comments about that, please feel free to leave them down below in this video, or go to my Goodreads group, Buddy Reads with Beth, which should be linked down below as well. And you can have that discussion with me there. I don't think very many people were going to join me for Sherlock and Enola Holmes. I do know a few people have told me that they were going to pick up Trixie Belden in the Mystery of the Mansion, which is our next read-along. And I've decided to do things a little bit differently for this one. We are going to read it starting tomorrow, Sunday the 6th, through Saturday the whatever Saturday is. And it's going to be there are 20 chapters. So we're going to read 3 chapters a day, except one day we're going to do 2 chapters. So I'll just pop on, like I'll have a video every day that, I've preset to go off every morning and just go, hey, if you're reading Trixie Belden and the Mystery of the Mansion, remember that we're on chapters 1 through 3 today. And then we can have the discussion in the comment section. But you can also feel free to go to Goodreads group as well if you would like. So that one is this coming week. I'm very excited about it. I love Trixie Belden. I haven't reread in a couple of years, so I'm very excited to reread this one. I also completed a buddy read with Fiona from Reads and Eats, and that was Chapter and Curse by Elizabeth Penny. Now, the one bad thing about this book is the fact it's the first in a new series, and the next one doesn't come out until August, so I cannot continue with these characters. I loved it. It was one of the best written new cozy mystery series that I've read in a long time. I immediately wanted to pick up book 2. So the main character, Molly Kimball, she and her mom, Nina, end up moving from Vermont to Cambridge. where her aunt lives and runs a family bookstore that has been there for centuries. And within a week, there is a murder, and she's in the middle of a murder mystery while she's making new friends and learning a new area. I absolutely adored it. She also gets a cat who she names Puck. Love it. Like I said, it's really, really well written. There are some hilarious moments. The mystery's well done. Just 10 out of 10 would recommend. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, but I may have to go back and give it a 5 out of 5. I just don't typically give like cozy mysteries 5 out of 5 stars because it doesn't have that kind of zing in them most of the time. You know what I'm saying? But this one was close. All right, as for the rest of the weekend, I'm going to be working on Aunt Dimity and the Heart of Gold by Nancy Atherton. This is book 24 in the Aunt Dimity series, and it is the most recent in the series, although the newest one actually will release in a couple of months. But I will be completely caught up with the series until then, and if you remember from my TBR, the 2x2 for that is The City of Mist by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. This one is the final publication of his that I have to read, and it's also the last in the Cemetery of Forgotten Books series. It is a grouping of short stories that have mysteries involved in them, as most of his writing does. And I will be working through those short stories. Then I'm also going to start book 4 in the Enola Holmes series. I'd read books 1, 2, and 3 last year for middle grade March Mystery Madness. So I'm going to read The Case of the Peculiar Pink Fan, which is book 4. It's the one that I'm up to now. So that is my plan for this weekend, as well as what I have accomplished in the first 5 days of March. I would love to hear from you. What have you read? What are you doing? Are you writing something right now? Have you read any of these books? What are your thoughts? Are you going to join us for Trixie Belden next week? I know Elizabeth from LizziefayeLovesBooks was picking up her copy of The Mystery of the Mansion from the library yesterday, I believe. So I'm really looking forward to that. I love buddy reading with Elizabeth. We have a lot of good discussions. So I can't wait for y'all to join us on that. I will talk to you again soon. Until then, please stay safe. Bye.